Arike was 23, but most days she felt much smaller than her age. Every morning, she walked through the busy streets with her eyes fixed on the ground, blending into the crowd. In the small tailoring shop where she worked as an assistant, she spoke only when spoken to. Even then, her voice was barely above a whisper. Her boss often praised the other workers for their creativity, their speed, their confidence. Arike tried just as hard, sometimes harder, but her efforts seemed to pass unnoticed. After work, she returned to her small rented room. It was quiet, almost too quiet. The silence made her thoughts louder. "You're not good enough. You don't belong anywhere. No one really cares." She didn't know when those thoughts started, but they had become familiar. Sometimes she stood in front of the mirror, studying her reflection like a stranger. She struggled to see anything worth believing in. One Saturday afternoon, the shop received a last-minute order. A customer needed a simple dress adjustment before an event. The other tailors were busy, so the shop owner sighed and handed the fabric to Arike. "Just do your best," he said. Arike's hands trembled as she walked. She checked every stitch twice, then a third time. She expected to be corrected, maybe even scolded. But when the customer returned and tried on the dress, her face lit up. "This is perfect," the woman said, smiling. "Thank you." Arike froze. The woman turned to her directly. "You're very talented. Don't hide it." The words stayed with Arike long after the woman left. That night, in her small room, Arike picked up a piece of leftover fabric and began sewing something of her own, slowly, carefully, but with a tiny spark of courage. For the first time in years, the voice in her head grew quieter. Maybe the world wasn't against her. Maybe she had just forgotten how to see herself clearly. Arike didn't suddenly become confident overnight. She still walked softly. She still doubted herself sometimes. But the next morning, when she stepped outside, she lifted her head just enough to see the road ahead. And that felt like the beginning of something. Sometimes, the world doesn't see your value right away, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. Growth can start with one small moment, one kind word, or one brave step forward, just like Arike. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share